kind of storage. Yes, it is. Virtual storage. Yep, you all are correct. A place to backup data. Yep. I think the audience is quite tired after filling the form. Okay, so let's move ahead. We would be discussing the agenda first, like what we are going to talk about in this session. So starting off, we will be discussing what is exactly the 30 days of Google Cloud program. And further, if you want to make a career in cloud or want to go deep dive into it, then we would talk about the scopes and opportunities, and would be also introducing what is cloud basically. We would be also covering through the Quick Labs, which is a platform, independent platform that teaches and gives you hands-on cloud training. You will also know about what rewards you would be getting, which is the most important. And at last, we will also be answering your questions in the Q&A session. So what is 30 days of cloud? This is for all those people who want to make a career in cloud. This is the best way to kickstart it. There are so many things to learn, so many resources available online, but actually Google has developed this quest on Quick Labs so that you also get a streamlined manner, which all things to do first, which to do next, and all. You would be getting hands-on practice on Google Cloud, which is the official, like, hands-on practice means it will be not a simulation, but real environment based. There are also many concepts you will learn along the way, such as computing, application development, big data, and machine learning. Cloud technology. You might be wondering, why do we need to use cloud technology? So let me give you a little bit of overview. If you have ever used an app or created an app, then you would know that there are so many things to consider. You have to build the app, you have to deploy the app, then you have to create its front end, back end, database, and so many things. So Google Cloud does all these things for you. Such if you wanted to create an app and have its infrastructure, hardware, everything at your own, it would be quite difficult to manage it, and a separate team has to be assigned to manage the same. There are so many things such as caching servers, load balancing, reverse proxies, subnets to consider while deploying and scaling apps. Okay, move on. So these are some of the latest news which are related to cloud technology. Now you can see on bottom right, Apple is Google's largest cloud customer for storage. That depicts all the big major companies as well as the small startups are moving towards cloud for storing the data of their users. Everyone is saying in this generation, like machine learning, data science, everyone is creating data, but where will you store all the data? It's cloud. All right, so go ahead. How much does a cloud architect make in Bangalore? So this data is taken from Glassdoor, which is a platform where you can know more about job openings and all. So it is 21 lakh. This is just to motivate you all to pursue a career in cloud. But even if you don't, then you can just like explore a new field and gain more insights into it. All right, next. So now Somesh will be taking over and will discuss what's cloud anyway.
Thank you, Adarsh. Now, what's the cloud? Cloud refers to a software and services that run on the internet instead of locally on your computers. These can be accessed from any device via the internet. Now, what are the characteristics of the cloud computing? Firstly is the on-demand self-service, which is consumer can constantly monitor server time, network, and other computing capabilities without requiring any human interaction. Second, broad network access. A client can access the cloud data or transfer the data to the cloud from any place just with a device and internet connection. Next is a resource pooling. That is, provider can share resources among several clients, providing everyone with a different set of services as per their requirement. Fourth is rapid elasticity. It enables cost-effective running of workloads that require vast number of servers, but only for a short period of time. Fifth is the measured service. It enables both the provider and client to monitor and report what services have been used and for what purposes. This helps in monitoring, billing, and ensuring the optimum usage of resources. Now, let's talk about the Google Cloud Family. Google Cloud Family provides you with a vast number of services depending on the various purposes. First is the computation purposes. Google provides you with the two services. First is a compute engine and then app engine. For storage purposes, they provide you with services such as Cloud SQL, Data Store, and Cloud Storage. For app services, they provide you with services such as Cloud Endpoints and BigQuery. Google Cloud also offers a various number of computation resources. First is a compute engine, which is actually a virtual machines running in the Google's data center. Other is a Google Kubernetes, which is actually manages environment for running containerized app. And the other services which can be used are App Engine, Cloud Functions, and Cloud. Google Cloud also offers you a various number of sources in the services in the storage. First is the Cloud Bigtable. Other is the Cloud Storage, the Cloud SQL, Cloud Spanner, and Data Store, where cloud storage is actually allow developers to store and access their data seamlessly without compromising the security. And Cloud SQL are actually a fully managed database service that helps you to set up, maintain, and manage your relational databases on cloud. Now, I would like to call Nandini to explain you about the cloud services which can be used in the field of machine learning and the data science.
Thank you so much. So besides this, Google Cloud offers services to get value from data. For big data, we have BigQuery, PubSub, Dataflow, Dataproc, and AI platform notebooks. And for machine learning, there is AI platform, Vision API, Speech to Text API, Cloud Translation API, and AutoML. So here is a brief about the machine learning APIs of Google Cloud. State-of-the-art machine learning models built by Google experts, which are pre-trained on massive data sets using Google scale infrastructure, and you can experiment with these APIs. Work out of the box and no machine learning expertise required. So there are two flavors of machine learning, one of which is the pre-trained models, which utilize the API, vision, translation, speech, and natural language processing. And the other one, build your own model using storage, BigQuery, Data Lab, TensorFlow, pipelines, and model management. So here's something about the Vision API. Faces, it can detect faces, facial landmarks, and emotions. It can detect entities from furniture to transportation, OCR, logos, safe search, landmarks, and image properties. Natural Language API is used for entity recognition to identify entities and labels by types such as person, organization, location, events, products, and media. Sentiment analysis to understand the overall sentiment expressed in a block of text. Multi-language support, and syntax analysis. Video Intelligence API, label detection, detects objects such as dog, flower, human in the video itself. Face detection detects faces throughout the length of the video. Short change detection, video segmentation, integrated REST API, regionalization are amongst other features. And there is a lot more to it, and we hope you'll explore along the way. Vaibhav, over to you.
Thank you, Nandini. So, hello everyone. As you all know, the registration has already started for our program, but due to the limitations, we are given the time of 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, we will register at that time. So it contains two tracks. So, next slide. Okay. So in first track, you will get to learn about how to create and manage cloud resources, about cloud sales, and how you can create and deploy virtual machines in computer engine, and how we would deploy servers in cloud. And in second track, you will get to learn about data science and machine learning. You will be using different machine learning APIs as Nandini and Sumesh explain about some APIs. So you will get to learn more about them, which are being offered by Google Cloud Platform, and you will get hands-on training for them. So now, next slide. Yeah, this is the our timeline. So as the registration is started on September 22nd, so our program of 30 days of cloud begins on September 27th and it will complete on October 27th. And if you want rewards, the shipping of rewards will start from November 27th and it will get shipped by the end of December. So now over to Khushi.
Thanks, Vaibhav. So, guys, I will be giving you a hands-on introduction to Quick Labs. Basically, by now we have gotten to learn what cloud computing is and have a brief introduction to Quick Labs. So, now we will learn how to actually use it. Okay. So, in 30 days of Google Cloud, you have been allotted 2 tracks, and each track has 6 skill badges. So, there's 2 ways to access it. You can either open it directly from over here, or you can go to your Quick Labs account, open it through the sidebar by clicking on catalog and searching for your skill badge, like Google Cloud Essentials from here. Now, to get a skill badge, you either need to complete the challenge lab or complete all the quests before doing the challenge lab. Now, I will suggest you all to do the other labs before it because they will give you a brief introduction to what you need to do in the challenge lab. And the challenge lab only provides you with questions which you need to complete in allotted time frame. So let us start by doing this, creating a virtual machine lab. You will be given a subscription by Google and Quick Labs to use your labs or allotted credits. I do not have a subscription, but I have credits and I will be using them to start this lab. To start a lab, simply click on the Start Lab button. And launch with a credit or use a subscription. It takes some time to allot you resources, and also do remember that these resources are only temporarily allotted to you. Later onwards, they will all be erased. Now, you must open the Google console in a private tab, as you will need to open it with various IDs and you do not want them all to be recorded by your PC. I will suggest you all do all the labs in this split screen view. It makes your work very, very easy. You can also get an intro how to begin by clicking over here on the setup button in each lab. Now, you have been allotted a username and a password. Using it, you should log in. You are also allotted a project ID which is separate for all of you. Now, to set up a lab, firstly, you need to begin with the Google Cloud Shell. In a few labs, you will be asked to create the zones and allot them over here as well. I suggest you all do this beforehand only by taking out 5 minutes from your labs. Otherwise, it will lead to various problems later onwards. You can simply copy the command and paste it over here once your shell is connected. Whatever you have to do to complete a lab, will be written down over here. Even a few statements will be given as well, except for in the challenge labs. To complete a lab, you must complete all the tasks assigned to you and score a perfect 100 over here. If you do not score a perfect 100, you won't be completing your lab. Once you have completed your lab, close this tab and click on this End Lab button. Now be very careful. If you click on it, you won't be able to resume your work and it will be submitted. Also, you have a quota for each lab. You cannot attempt it for more than 5 times. You will be locked out. And then you may message to Quick Lab support emails. You will also be asked to rate each lab after completion. So I will be handing it over to Aniket now. Aniket?
Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Okay, Somesh has already presented. Okay. Somesh, next slide, please. Next. Yeah. So we come to the main motivating part of this session, the rewards for the participants. So I hope that these rewards will keep you motivated throughout the 30 days of this program. So there are two options for getting the rewards. Google awards these in form of goodies and a appreciation certificate. So uh, the first option is that you complete one of the two tracks, either of the one of the two tracks. If you complete it, you will get an appreciation certificate from the Google along with a Google T-shirt, Google Cloud T-shirt, and some stickers from Google. The second option is that you complete both the tracks, the cloud track and the ML track. If you complete that, you will get an appreciation certificate as well as a t-shirt, some stickers, a laptop backpack, and a water bottle from Google. So these rewards depend upon your progress in the Quick Lab platform, and there are some instructions regarding that. As Vaibhav mentioned, there are two tracks with 6 labs each. You need to complete all of the 6 labs of each track to get eligible to get eligible for these rewards. And since the program is from 27th September to 27th October, you need to complete for the skill batches in this time frame only. If you complete some labs before that or after that time, the you will not be eligible for the awards. One more important thing, some of you may have participated in this program the last year also. So it's recommended that you create a new profile and then use the Quick Lab, since old batches will not help you in getting the rewards. And always remember that you must value learning above everything else. So it's not advised that you perform for the sake of only rewards. Perform for your development and your future career. Yeah. Next slide. So, some of you may be still in doubt regarding the Google Cloud and how this Google Cloud works for the developer community. So here is a link to two videos that are uploaded by Google itself explaining what is Google Cloud, and how it helps the students developer across the globe. Yeah. So guys, now it's Q&A time. So you can please write in the chat box for any questions, or you can raise your hand. We can take questions one by one.
Actually, the form that we sent, each college has been allotted a given time frame. So if you are registering, do register from IIT Goa, and the time you have is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow sharp, and there won't be any more extensions and all. If you have questions, you can unmute and ask. Yep, that's what I'm saying, that today you cannot, like, all the colleges have been given some time and you have to allot in that only. So everyone, 8 to 9 a.m. you have to register, choosing the college as IIT Goa. And that form will be on the same website as we have been given.
Is this program free?
Yep, after registering for it, you will also receive one demo video which I will post in the group, that how you have to activate your subscription. It will be free for 1 month, and everything you have to do in 1 month only. After that, the subscription gets over. What are the prerequisites to become a cloud engineer? It is quite a vast question. So, Khushi, will you like to answer it?
Yes, Adarsh. So, well, cloud computing requires multiple skills. You will need to know multiple languages: Python, SQL, Java, PHP, etc. You also need to know the fundamentals of web app security, like a lot of stuff. Fortunately, Quick Labs will keep on providing you a basic intro to all of these while you solve our labs. So, while cloud computing has various prerequisites, our program doesn't. So, be carefree and do your best in this program. Yeah. Well, this is a basic way to get started for now. Later onwards, as you continue your journey, you will get various other programs like this. Uh, you will be getting an introduction to basic level labs over here. While for advanced level, you will need to do some other programs, courses, etc.
Like, this is just what all things that you will be doing, and it is quite basic level. So along with it, you have to do some research side by side, so that you become much better in it. 30 days is very less time period to become a cloud engineer. So I think you know what to do. Rahul, if you miss this opportunity, one more, again, we will be having this same thing in February as well, or maybe somewhere in March, but dates haven't been disclosed yet.
Yeah, Rahul, so there is a possibility that the second cloud jam study jams is not conducted due to some timeline conflicts, and also since this opportunity hasn't begun yet and it's going to begin very soon, we recommend that you don't miss this opportunity that you're getting right now.
Yes, you have to fill the college name as IIT Goa if your college doesn't have a DSC.
Since the colleges who have a DSC have been selected to organize this 30 days of Google Cloud event and this 30-day series, so you will probably not find your college name in that list if you do not have a DSC who's organizing this event. So that is why you have to fill IIT Goa so that you can participate through our DSC. I hope that's clear.
Any other programs than cloud? Like, we also have Android study jams, Explore ML tracks, and 30 days of web development. Like, DSC has many programs. It is scheduled on different parts of the year. So For the further events, you would also be knowing it soon, and we would release it.
You will be getting subscription for 30 days only. So I don't think that you can complete it later onwards without buying a subscription or getting credits from somewhere.
You can still complete it later, but Quick Labs is a paid platform, and it is given free for 30 days by Google. So this is a golden opportunity to just get to know about how the Google platform works, how you use it, deploy, scale, manage apps, and so on.
Zubin, so your exam dates are clashing with this program. So we think that there is one more thing that you're going to learn along with cloud in this program, that is time management. So we hope that you can manage both of those things and you ace them both.
Even if you just do 30 minutes daily, you would be easily able to complete the program in around 20 to 25 days. Just because this 30 days of cloud program is done so that you consistently show up in all the 30 days and learn about cloud technology. It's not like you just go deep into it in one day, study 12 hours and so on, and just master cloud. It is not going to happen like that. Small and steady steps you would be taking, and you would be getting much ahead than others. So I think 30 minutes a day you can expect it to devote, Kanav. Uh, 9052, if I'm pronouncing your name right, Sarbandana. So, yes, now we would be making the groups open to all, and you can ask any doubts in that. I would be surely helping it, and if some of other people who also know about the answer, they can help it too.
What is the time for filling the form? 8 to 9 or 11 to 12?
It's 8 to 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Uh, so what are the prerequisites of opening a DSC chapter? So every year they open up the applications for becoming a DSC lead. So this question is sort of out of context of this session, so I would recommend you search about it on Google, and I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of resources. I'll share one with you for that matter.
See, actually, the form will be posted on the official 30-day cloud website, and well, today it was like we had so much traffic, like many people were filling it at the same time. So tomorrow at 8 to 9 a.m. you will be assured that you would be able to fill, and you need not need access to any of it. I think you are talking about that doc which I sent. I also sent one Google Sheet below it. You can kindly refer to it. I'm not getting which time you are saying is different. Time is different for different colleges, but for our colleges, it is from 8 to 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's Zubin, it's me that I will be mentoring you. I am the cloud facilitator of IIT Goa. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me or you can ask in the group itself. Anyone will surely help. Currently, we are also getting training by Google, so I am also relatively new in this field. So after some time, I would be able to answer your doubts as well.
As a summary, we're all really learning together here, but we have an appointed facilitator with us, that is Adarsh for our campus, and he's being trained by Google so that he can specifically help you and target your doubts. So you don't have to worry about that.
Ravi, you can follow our official DSC chapter. There, all the links and all the events would be posted there. This group is only for cloud.
Can you repeat?
Like all the different events that DSC IIT Goa would be having, it will be on the chapter page itself, but that WhatsApp group is only for cloud doubts and all.
Okay, so Kanav, we have to cover a lot of ground in 1 year. So, like Adarsh mentioned before, we have programs about web development and Flutter and like machine learning and a lot of programs. So, uh, we don't conduct a specific series for cloud. Uh, we might conduct another similar cloud study jams event towards the end of the year if there are no conflicts with the timeline. But it won't be very exclusive from what we're conducting now. So let's think about it as covering a lot of breadth. And this is the golden opportunity that you get to learn cloud. Okay. So Shruti's question is answered.
So now I am making the group open for all. You can ask your further doubts there. I hope you learned something new about cloud and maybe want to pursue a career in it as well. Thank you for such a good audience.
Great. Thank you for being such a keen audience. We hope you learn a lot through this series and you complete both the tracks and you find this opportunity very helpful. And kudos to Adarsh for taking the lead on helping you with this.
Thank you.
And don't forget to register tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So please just take care of that window. We don't want any one of you to miss this opportunity. Thanks a lot, everyone.